storm season and every moment counts. Now our new system is faster to help keep you safer, and we're the only ones in our area who have it. Local 4 and click on Detroit.
First at 4, it's a double dose of encouraging news about Michigan's COVID crisis. New relief on the way, and the governor talks about encouraging trends. Dramatic new video of a deadly confrontation in Southfield and what police are saying about a person of interest in that case. And just when you wondered when winter would officially show up, here comes a winter weather advisory. What you need to know. Here's Paula.
If you have a child doing remote learning, you already know how frustrating it can be.
I felt very stressed.
A Detroit mom guiding 5 of her children through this new world of learning gives us an up-close and personal look at this semester through a virtual diary.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Jason Coulthorpe in for Karen. First at 4, we're watching the radar and counting down to a winter weather advisory, as I mentioned. And I, for one, feel better knowing that Paul Gross is here to science the you-know-what out of this. Because, Paul, what are we in for here?
Well, over the next couple hours, we'll do some science, that's for sure. But let me first get you out the door with what's happening now. We have the winter weather advisory that's in effect for most of us until 9 a.m. But areas north of I-69, roughly that area northward, it's going to be more like noon for the expiration of that advisory. All right, here's Storm Tracker 4. And something really interesting that just popped up here. If you look to the west there, right there, there is a lightning strike in that snow. Yes, there is some thunder snow. So this is a pretty vigorous system coming our way. So let's take a look at the high-resolution model. By 8 o'clock here, snow is approaching. Then we have this band of snow, possibly heavy at times, crossing the area, but it's just going to be for a couple, 3 hours, and then notice there's a break behind it. So coming up in a few minutes, what we'll do is we'll extend this model into the day tomorrow, and we'll give you the timing on the freezing rain that follows this snow, and then when it changes over to rain. We'll do all of that coming up in just a few minutes, Jason.
Just like I said, science. Thank you, Paul. Governor Gretchen Whitmer with a 2 for Tuesday of encouraging news for Michigan. She signed a new COVID relief bill and says the data on the virus is heading in the right direction, at least for now.
Now, because of the actions that we've taken and because so many Michiganders have done their part, our numbers are better than all of our Midwestern neighbors.
Among the encouraging data, the number of COVID cases per million people in Michigan has been declining now for more than 38 days. The rate of positive tests is now at 8.4%. That continues a weeks-long decline, but is still 3 times higher than where we were in September. Also today, Governor Whitmer signed bipartisan relief bills that extend unemployment benefits to 26 weeks. It also provides $55 million to help small businesses in the form of $20,000 grants. And there's $45 million for direct payments to workers who've been laid off or furloughed because of the virus.
The bipartisan relief bill will provide families and small businesses the support they need to stay afloat as we continue working to distribute these vaccines and eradicate COVID-19 once and for all.
We did just receive the newest numbers from the state, which is reporting 3,400 new cases of the virus in the last 24 hours. Plus, we've lost another 193 Michiganders to the virus, including 105 from a vital records review. New at 6, we're going to dig deeper into the encouraging trends the governor is seeing, but that news does come with some warnings about how fragile the progress could be. That, again, coming tonight at 6. Southfield police have released dramatic video of a deadly carjacking, and they're narrowing their focus to a person of interest in the case. Police say home security cameras caught what they call a shootout here between Frederick Hudson and another man. They say Hudson drove up to his home on Primary Drive, was confronted by 3 people in another car, and one of them had a gun. Hudson was shot and killed in this. Investigators call his response during the confrontation an act of bravery.
He was able to respond very quickly. Just like you said, he knew his family was in the home, certainly protective of his family, of himself as well. But again, I think he displayed courage and tried to defend himself and his family as best as he could.
Police say the person of interest is 25 years old and is hospitalized in critical condition. They suspect he may have been injured in that shootout with Hudson. We'll have more information on where the investigation stands tonight at 5. Local leaders continue to pay their respects following the passing of Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon. We spoke with Detroit Police Chief James Craig, who remembers Benny for his impact in law enforcement and the lives he touched along the way.
He's touched so many, and so I was fortunate to have met him. So this is a very difficult day for not just, our profession here in the state of Michigan, but across this country.
Sheriff Napoleon will be laid to rest during a private funeral service with his family. The battle over bigger stimulus payments for many Americans has shifted now to the U.S. Senate. While the measure quickly passed the House, it's in for a rough ride on the other side of Capitol Hill. Our Kimberly Gill following the action in the Senate. Kim, where do things stand at this time?
Hi, Jason. Good afternoon. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has already slammed the brakes on getting this done quickly. He blocked a Democratic effort to bring the issue for a vote immediately. Pressure is mounting on Senate Republicans, though, to pass the measure that will boost new stimulus payments from $600 to $2,000. Instead of allowing the vote today, McConnell says the Senate will, quote, begin a process to address the issue. The stimulus battle is now also tied to efforts to override President Trump's veto of a sweeping defense bill. Liberal senators, led by Bernie Sanders of Vermont, are blocking a vote on that bill until the Senate takes action on the $2,000 stimulus bill. It's causing legislative chaos with just days left in the session.
For the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces, failure is simply not an option. So when it's our turn in Congress to have their backs, failure is not an option either.
The House bill is the only way to deliver these stimulus checks before the end of session. Will Senate Republicans fight for a vote on the House-passed Cash Act, or will they look some other way?
Now, McConnell is also facing pressure within his own party. Republican Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler of Georgia have announced they support the plan for bigger stimulus checks. Of course, they're both facing runoff elections, fighting for Republican control of the Senate. So, Jason, there's a lot on the line here. We'll continue to follow it every step of the way, and we'll have more on the news coming up tonight at 5 and 6.
Yeah, this one is going to be interesting. All right, Kim, thanks.
Sure.
Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, along with her husband Doug Emhoff, received their first dose of the coronavirus vaccine. They took the Moderna vaccine at the United Medical Center in Southeast D.C. You might recall President-elect Joe Biden and his wife Jill Biden received their vaccines on live TV last week. Remote learning has dramatically changed the lives of so many families. Our Education for All reports have highlighted the challenges and some solutions. Local 4's Paula Tutman has been following one Detroit family from the first day of school until now. She shows us it's been quite a journey.
Well, we certainly knew this school year would be like nothing we'd ever seen or experienced before. So we thought it would be interesting to follow a DPSCD family with a video diary. Take a look.
I felt very stressed. I was so stressed out and I had to try to keep calm for the children, but I was so stressed out.
That was Mom Michelle all the way back on the first day of school, stressed and weary of what she knew would be a challenging year.
I got really tired of just staring at the screen. I had a headache from staring at the screen.
For Michelle's daughters, 11th grader Michaela and 10th grader Jessica, the start of remote learning made them both wish they were back in the classroom.
I feel like it's way harder and you got to figure things out on your own. Like, the teachers are there, the teachers are trying, but like they can't get to every last single person. Me, personally, I'm falling a little bit behind.
Michelle and the kids know DPSCD teachers are dealing with obstacles they really haven't seen until the pandemic. But through the weeks, patience and understanding have been key.
And the teacher getting frustrated, hey, are you there? Yeah, but I have to step in and be like, excuse me, they're trying. The devices are slow.
Their frustrations and fears really turned into optimism after about a month. Through teamwork, the situation improved slowly but surely.
For the most part, it is a lot better, but I still feel like they really need to rethink online school because it's like we here at the computer all day.
It hasn't been easy to get a hold of staring at a screen for 6 hours. The kids say adults think it should be no problem since teens stare at their phone and video games for hours at a time. But you have to remember, that's for fun. And this is for school.
They pile so much work on you. They want you to stay focus inside school, so they give you so much work.
Halfway past the midway point, heading into Thanksgiving break, the family says they feel like they're finally getting this thing down. And that's when Mom learned all of the district was going back to remote only. She felt like she even had the upper hand.
I did have a call from Detroit public schools that they all going back on, everybody going online for a moment. So I was like, well, I'm glad I kind of kept them online, because doing that all over again would be a challenge.
Heading into winter break, everyone in the family agrees this has been quite the adventure so far. Now, the vaccine has them feeling hopeful, but they are ready to do this all over again the same way they did this school year, together.
If you don't have everyone working together and helping each other out, then it'll be a disaster.
So Michelle says she is looking for some outside resources to make sure her children are getting the very best they can out of this school year. But of course, they also say they would much rather be back in class face to face sooner rather than later. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
I think a lot of kids would agree with that. All right, Paula, thanks. Still to come, we're getting closer to seeing drones flying around for commercial use. We'll see if you agree with some of the flight rules coming from the FAA. And Boeing's 737 MAX is flying passengers once again, while the president of American Airlines says this model should be back in the air even after 2 deadly crashes. And later, pop princess or country superstar again. We'll talk about the change that has Swifties buzzing on social media. They're a thing. Stick around for trending stories.